What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Black Men Unfiltered with your host, Dwayne. Hey, listen, we're gonna do something a little different today. I hope you guys enjoyed our show Tuesday at 8:30. If you did not watch it, please go back and watch our show from 8 that we did Tuesday at 8:30 off the chain. Also, last night we did a reaction video with Mother, one of the cast of the Black Man Unfiltered family, and we did a reaction to a pastor calling out the lightly dressed. So please go back and watch that. But today I want to do a little something different, and what I want to do is have my sons come on and have a conversation with you guys, with my sons, unfiltered. They don't know nothing. They don't know the questions I'm going to ask them. I don't know what they're going to ask me. We're just doing this unfiltered. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll start with the oldest. Go ahead, Jabari. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Jabari Whitfield, and I'm 14.
How?
14.
All right. Hey, turn that heat off. It feels like the devil in here. Wait a minute. We gotta turn this heat off for something. Woo, my God. Anyway, so then we have
Jacoby Whitfield. I'm 11.
11. Then, last but not least,
Jaden Whitfield, and I'm 9.
hey, you gotta tell everybody y'all. Okay, look, I'm Dwayne, right? So then you gotta tell them y'all middle name. Jabari, what's your middle name?
Dwayne.
What's your middle name?
Dwayne.
What's your middle name?
Dwayne.
Dwayne. Branded. Okay, so anyway, back to our show. I'm glad you guys are here. This is a conversation I want to have with my sons because we are living in a time and a day where things are happening with our children that parents may not be aware of. And then a lot of times we put the pound and the pressure and the weight on our children that our parents put on us. And we don't understand what they're saying and what they're coming up with and what they're dealing with on a daily basis because situations and circumstances have changed amongst boys and young men. So the first question I have for the boys, and then they'll be able to ask me questions as well, is how do you guys feel about school right now? We'll start with school. How do you guys feel about school right now? We'll start with you, Jabari.
No.
You don't have no feelings about it?
No.
So what are you learning? You know, what do you put into perspective? Because if we being honest, like I said, this is unfiltered, guys. Transparency is good for the soul. This boy right here, something different, right? So I have a hard time, keeping him in class, having a hard time making sure that he's paying attention in school. And so let's have that conversation real quick, Jabari. So how do you feel when you're in school? And then what makes you feel like, man, you know what? I don't want to be in this class today. I don't want to deal with this teacher today. Like what happens to make you feel that way?
The teachers.
What about the teachers?
They're mean.
So explain what that means.
Man, I'll be doing some of this shit.
Speak up. These people cannot hear you.
I would be doing something. The teacher she'll come over and just start yelling. Like one time, it's like Friday. She told me to do my. She said when you got done with your phone, I can watch YouTube. I watched YouTube. She said you're not done yet. She said it's she gonna show me that you're done. I said, what you mean? And she said you're not done. She said, let's go outside, call your mom. I said, for what? She said, don't talk back, just come outside. And I was confused. That's why I don't like school. Me and my teacher.
Right. And I will say some of that you have to take, as a young black man, you have to take responsibility by sitting in class, regardless of what, because the teacher, she has her education, right? She went to college, she graduated college. So even if you can adjust your teacher, you have to learn how to coexist with your teachers. And so what that means is, Jabari, that you have to be willing to sit in that class and endure what you need to do to get to the next level, right? You can't go to the class and say, okay, I'm just going to go in here today. I'm not going to give my all. I'm not going to give 100%. But I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I am supposed to be doing. Right? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because if you sit there and do nothing, or you having issues or going to class or having issues with all these different things that we're dealing with, some of the things that you can't control, some of the things you can, and the things you can control is showing up on time, giving all your time, getting to the next level, right? Mm-hmm. I can't hear you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Sorry.
Okay, so I couldn't. So I can't. I want to make sure that you go to class, and I want to make sure that you go to class and get your work done in class. It's simple. You have to have your education. Does everything they do you'll need in life? No, but it's a requirement that you do those things to get to the next level. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what? So let's move on. Kobe, what about you, Kobe? Like, how was school doing for you?
Good.
Good. What does that mean?
I'm learning. I'm learning about what you said again. Very day. Wait.
Huh?
Army.
You learned about the army?
Yeah.
What about the army?
How they protect us and how they serve the army for us and
So basically, you guys were celebrating Veterans Day, basically.
yeah.
Right. So do you know about the veterans that all veterans need attention because if a person put their life on the line to die for somebody, they need that type of acknowledgement. However, I want to share with you because I share all this Black History stuff with you guys all the time, but I want to share with you about veterans that went and fought in the war and came home and they had to still sit in the back of the bus. They still, when they got off the bus, they went to Vietnam and they went to World War II, and they came home, and they still was asked to sit at the back of the bus. They still were asked to pick up their food at the back of the restaurant. They were still hung in trees. There were soldiers that were hung in trees with their uniforms still on, just getting off the bus, just getting home to see their families after surviving the war, and they come home and be at war with their own people that they just protected in the war. Did you know that? Okay. Welcome. You know now. JJ, what's going on with you?
It's good.
See, y'all giving me good, but y'all not giving me no explanations.
It's
Good how? What does that mean, son?
It's good because we learn new stuff in school. Like we now know the number lines, timetable, dividing and stuff.
That's it? So,
And I'm training for the soccer team.
oh, so you're getting ready for soccer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So let's move on. So I want to talk about this. Um, how do you guys feel about racism? How do you guys feel about everything that you saw on TV with George Floyd and seeing George Floyd getting murdered by a police officer with his knee on his neck and
I feel sad.
Bad.
Disrespectful.
disrespectful? And how did it? But Jabari, we'll start with you. How did it make you feel seeing George Floyd on the ground or seeing racism? Period. People of other colors, white people killing black people, or calling black people a slander, or saying that if you don't support Trump, you a nigger. Or you are this. What do you? What? How do you feel about the entire situation?
It's wrong. Because they killing us because we're not the same color as them.
Right. That we're not the
They
same.
want us dead.
Yeah. Why do you feel like they want us dead?
Because they hate our culture and our skin.
Skin
color.
Yeah. And we more be more popular than them and they don't like about us and they just start killing us.
So when you say more popular, what do you mean?
Like hair natural.
Mm-hmm. What else? What makes us more popular? Let me help you. So half of the things that they enjoy, like Elvis Presley. Everybody knew who Elvis Presley is. Elvis Presley sold 90% of his music from black people and became almost a billionaire because of it. Right? Elvis Presley became famous because 90% of his music was written and produced by black people. And the black people, that's when racism was very bad. And the black people, when it came to racism, um, they put them on something called the Chitlin Circuit. And on the Chitlin Circuit, that means you did all the bad spots. You went to these old run-in places. You never got mainstream. Mainstream means, guys, is when you're everybody in the world know who you are. You everybody know who you are, right? And so Elvis would steal their songs because the white people didn't get a chance to hear those songs because they were on the Chitlin Circuit. So they would steal their music. As far as how women are looking, now we get to the point where we have white women that want to get full lips like black women. We have white women that want to have darker skin. like black women, right? And so yes, there is a cultural shock where white people do want to come up with a situation where um, they want to be more like us. Well, what about you, JJ? How do you feel about racism? How do you feel about how we're being treated as black people, as black young men and men?
Mad.
It makes you upset. It makes you angry.
Mhm.
Explain that to the people. Look in the camera and tell them why that makes you angry.
It makes me angry because that why are they doing that? And then they just like kill us for no reason. Like when they see a like make sure the like police is like if they like see a black person with a hood on, they just gonna like put them in handcuffs and put them in the back of like the car. I'm like, why? Cause they just like walking. Like I'm confused. And that's why I be angry because they just killing black. They don't like our color. They killing black men. That's why I'm angry for.
Right. And you know what? You have every right to be angry. Right. We I feel I'm angry. You know, when we go out somewhere and we see different things that are happening with black men and black women and how black girls are coming up missing and nobody's looking for them and black boys are coming up missing, nobody's looking for them. We're finding bodies that's washed up for months and months, and then then our white counterparts come up missing, we immediately finding out where they are. White, we're immediately finding out where they are. And so I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you, son. That I'm angry, and it's okay to be angry. It really is okay to be angry. But what do I always tell you guys? Be angry, but
Sin not.
there we go. Y'all learning. Y'all learning. So be angry, but sin not. And sometimes anger can push you to physical and verbal abuse, and it can get to the point where it's just it can get bad. It can really get bad. So the next thing I want to talk about, then I'll start letting y'all ask me questions, is about how do you feel like you're growing as a young man right now? How do you feel like you're growing as a young man right now? Jabbar? Ooh, you can hear a rat peeing on the cotton ball in here. You done got real quiet. Nobody?
Say that question.
What was the question?
You want to go? How do you feel like you're growing as a person, as a young man? How do you feel like you're growing? Let me give you an example.
Be tougher.
No. Let me give you an example.
I feel like you're growing.
Hold on. Oh, whoa. Wait, did you see that? What happened? Wait, echoing. Okay, so I feel like, let me give you an example. I feel like I'm growing as a man because I'm not as violent as I used to be. I'm not as verbally attackful as I used to be. I'm not as mean as I used to be, right? I still have concerns with listening and being open, but I'm working on that. I'm learning that every day and every week. I'm trying to learn that. So you guys tell me now that I've given you an example, how are you growing as a young man? Jawar, we'll start with you. Kobe.
By when you like leave and you supposed to be responsible for the house and take care of the house, and when you leave, take care of your mama. And yeah.
What about you, Jay?
Take care.
Y'all want to come back to this question?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about something that you guys probably know a little bit about, huh? Jabbar, how old are you?
14.
JJ, how old are you?
9.
9. How old are you, Kobe?
11.
So let's talk about girls.
Oh no.
Whoa, what happened? Everybody got quiet. We can't talk about girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
So raise your hand if you consider yourself a boyfriend to a girl right now.
What?
Raise your hand if you feel like you are a boyfriend to a girl right now. You have a girlfriend. Raise your hand if you have a girlfriend. Wow. What's her name, Kobe?
Hmm?
Huh? What's her name? What's her name?
Hmm?
Oh, you deaf? You can't hear in one ear and deaf in the other ear? What's her name?
Okay.
Kennedy. Okay. Jabbar?
Leslie.
Leslie. Okay. Sir? What's her name?
Oh, Nexus.
Lexus.
Nexus.
Nexus. Oh, like the phone. So watch this. So the other day, he got a letter from a little girl. I wonder what that letter said. What did it say, Jay? What did she say?
Oh, I know what it said.
The letter that we found. Yeah.
I know
What did it say? Let him say it. Go ahead, Jay. What did the letter say, Jay? Huh? You're not gonna say it?
I forgot what the letter said.
You forgot what the letter said.
You know what it said?
So you want me to say it? So basically, she said that you and her, she loves you and she wants to be with you, and you're beautiful, and she like you a lot, and blah blah blah.
I know what the other one.
9-year-old puppy love, right?
I already know what that.
Oh, where's your letter?
I don't got no one.
Oh, okay.
I threw mine away at school.
Threw it away, so you didn't want to get caught up with yours, huh? Jawar, what about you?
She don't write letters to me. I write them to her.
Oh, okay. And what does that look like? What are you saying in the letters? Are you being respectful?
Yes.
Are you treating her in a respectful manner? Are you speaking to her? Because you have to understand, at this age, you guys are going to be around a lot of guys that may not have any training or home training like I'm trying to do for you guys. So you know, trying to put forward the effort to do for you guys. And you're going to be around dudes that call girls out their names. You're going to be around dudes that treat women any kind of way. You're going to be around dudes that do bad things, stealing and killing, and well, hopefully not killing, but stealing and being a liar and being a deceiver. You're going to be around those type of guys. The thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to become a follower. Now, if you're going to follow something, you have to follow something to the best of your ability. You have to follow if you're going to follow anything, you have to follow someone that's worth following. So you have to be willing to say, okay, if this dude is selling drugs, or this dude is treating his family bad, or if this dude is doing this, you have to know, okay, I can't get no advice from him. I can't go talk to him. I shouldn't even be in his presence, because we do understand you become what you're what.
You become what you're around.
You become what you are around. That's what I teach you guys all the time. You become what you are around. And if you're around those type of people and you are vulnerable, then vulnerability takes the precedent over moral value. And it does it a lot in kids. Vulnerability takes precedent over moral value. It does it with kids because of peer pressure. Does anybody know what peer pressure is? Peer pressure is when your friend is saying, Kobe, hey man, ain't nobody watching. Hey bro, go in that store and steal all this stuff. Come on out, man. Man, come on, man. You a punk, bro. Come on, man. You a punk, bro. You a punk, man. You really? You a punk. And so, and you go in there and do it. That's because you are pressured to do something that you didn't want to do. You're saying, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I wasn't raised that way. No, I'm not going to be that kind of guy. No, I'm not going to do this. When you are raised that way, to not be that type of person, and then you're pressured into doing it, that's what peer pressure is called. Right? So you don't want to have peer pressure. You want to grow up. Now, I don't want, as a child, and I'm just being transparent with my sons right now and you guys watching, I don't want to, I want to be transparent that I have, my father and my mother have been married. It'll be 39 years in December. And in those 39 years, my parents didn't have all the right answers. And they didn't have, my dad and I had a strange relationship because of his behavior, or the things that he would say, or the things that he would do. And so for me to be transparent, coming into having my own sons, my own daughters, that I personally myself took on some of those traits of being mean and being obnoxious and being a bully to my children, as my father was to his. Now, my father has recovered from that. He's much older now, much more mature than he was in his 30s. But however, those things happened. And so we have to be mindful and careful on how we conduct ourselves as young men. We have to be mindful. We have to be uh, prayerful, and that's another thing. Like the Christianity part of it, we have to go to church and we have to pray, and that's why I say when you guys are at church, when you're at church, you got to sit down and what?
Pay attention.
Pay attention, right? Right? Because you never know what you're going to learn. You never know what you're going to get from your pastor. You never know, and you have to be led as a young man. And I wasn't led in that way because all we had growing up was hooping preachers. Y'all know what a hooping preacher is? It's the preacher that does this. God said, and then after church, you don't know nothing. What y'all learned today? All I learned was that's it. What y'all laughing at? That's it. That's all we learned. So that's all. That's it. And so we didn't get an opportunity to do that. But however, guys, so I have to be a better man. I have to be a better father, right? Because transparency is good for the soul. I have to be a better father, right? I can't take on the traits of the old school fathers, the fathers that didn't tell their children that they loved them, but you had to believe it. You know, the father that was physically abusive for 100% of the problems and never having the conversation, never sitting down and saying, hey, what's the issue? What's the concern? And do I struggle with these things? Absolutely. I struggle with these things with all my kids and parenting, because when something's instilled with you, you fight against those things and to become better. But the encouraging thing is you have to, anything learned can be unlearned. And so we have to go back and get unlearned. Also, we have to seek help, the necessary help. This is for the adults. We have to seek the necessary help because a lot of these, the way we are with our children and all of the national black code of what we say to our children, you know, from the past until now, it has to be revised. It has to be looked at again. And I'm learning that every day, learning it. And you feel like you're a failure with some of your kids, and you have to go back and not be a failure. And you have to save your kids, and you have to not save them because I've been learning that the kids have to bump their head, and you can't control their destiny and where they're going and what they're going to do with their lives. Only you can do is raise them to the best of your ability and then let them go. And then when they run into a situation, always be there with open arms to love them and care for them and be there for them. So you have to understand the situation of loving your kids. But I tell you, it's a struggle. It's a struggle dealing with 3 boys and knowing that you had coaches and a daddy and a granddaddy and uncles tell you different things at certain ages and did certain things to you at certain ages, not like anything sexual or molestation, stuff like that. I don't want you to say anything like that. I'm talking about from a perspective of, you know, talking about doing different things with females and how to treat different females. And then, you know, because kids are sponges, right? And so when kids are sponges, they're able to suck up things that are not right. And this toxic masculinity is what we call it, toxic masculinity. So we don't want to have toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is when you're doing something as a man, guys, that you know you're not supposed to be doing, and you're passing those traits on to someone else. That's like me telling you, Jabari, when you get a wife, whoop her. When she start getting bad and getting upset with you and she says something out of line, beat her up. That's toxic masculinity. I'm telling you to do something that you should not be doing, and I can't be passing that on. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 30-second countdown. I'm going to turn my voice off, and I'm only going to ask questions. And so I'm going to put a 30-second timer on the screen. After 30 seconds, we're going to come right back into the video, and then someone else will be sitting in this chair. And they'll be at these 3 young men will be asking me questions, okay? All right, so let's take a 30-second break, and I'll let them gather their thoughts. I may not move, I may stay here, but let them gather their thoughts, and then we'll come right back into the video, guys. Here we go. All right, so I let them gather their thoughts for 30 seconds and their questions. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let them ask me anything, or not just ask anything, but we can talk about anything. We're gonna open the floor. If you're watching, share this video, hit the subscribe button. If you have not already subscribed, hit the like button because we need those likes. Say we need those likes, come on. We need those likes. So we need those likes. So we need you guys to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video. If you're watching it later on because you didn't catch it live, then just go ahead and hit the share button for us. Please, please, please. Thank for all the people that have subscribed and support the channel and moving forward. So I'll let them. We could talk about it, guys. Listen, nothing's off limits. We could talk about anything. Anything you want to talk about, nothing's off limits. Ain't no women in here to stop us. Ain't no girls in here to stop us. We can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Okay, so don't be shy to ask any question you want to ask. Okay? All right, so I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let them take over. Go ahead, guys.
My question is, how did you meet Mama?
Well, what had happened was how I met your mother is how she was with TT Carnisha, sitting on the side of the road, and they had a flat tire. It was TT Carnisha, TT Kiki. They were all sitting on the side of the road. They had a flat tire. And so me and Uncle Rico decided to pull over and help them out. And so when we pulled them out, I looked through the window and I saw her that she was so short and voluptuous. And I said, "Oh, look at her. She's so short and cute. Oh, my goodness. Look at her." And so so she was over there just smiling at me. And she's saying, "Hey, boo," and all that. I was like, "Oh, okay. All right. So then I asked Carnisha, I said, "Hey, you go hook your boy up. You know what I'm talking about? Go hook your boy up." This one, she got a boyfriend. So she got no husband. I don't care about no boyfriend, right? And so, because you're single till you're married, guys. And so, I said, okay, that's fine. So some time went by. So we had a little Halloween thing at the church, and I was asking for volunteers. And she happened to come up and start texting me and say, "Hey, do you know who this is?" I was like, "I don't know this person. Who are you?" And she kept texting me, and I said, "You know what?" She's like, "Hey, handsome." I was like, "Okay, all right." So she said, "Hey, handsome," and all this. So I got frustrated because I kept asking who it was, and she wouldn't tell me. I said, "Well, you know what? If you cannot tell me who you are, don't call me no more. Don't tell me no more." So she finally said, like, "This is Sweet Pea." So before that though, we was in church and I used to sing. Y'all know Daddy sings in church, and I used to sing and I was rocking the mic and all I see, man, the whole time I'm singing, she just followed me around the church with her eyes. Look, she's like this. On my face, she said, she's like, "Ooh, wait. I like him, Big Daddy." See what I'm talking about? Yeah, after church, she's all over me, asking for autographs and, asking me because she massaged my feet and Jamal, what you got your head for? You think You think I'm putting too much in there? That's too much. You don't believe? Y'all don't believe me?
Much.
Y'all don't believe me? What y'all don't believe me? Huh?
She tells you to rub your feet.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, you sing so well. I know your feet hurt. Can I rub your feet?" Huh? Y'all don't believe me?
I don't want to rub your feet.
Oh my God. Anyway, so let's ask this. Okay, so what's your next question? Y'all know now. What's the next question? Anything?
Oh yeah. Mama and TT met.
No.
What? No, we're talking about me and stuff, son. Okay. Ask me a question. Stuff about me. Or something y'all want to talk about. You don't have to ask me anything. You can just say, "Hey, let's talk about this," and we'll talk about it.
How did you deal with things that made you upset with Mama?
What?
Oh, as a man? Easy. Oh, that's no, you can't answer that question, son. Is you in a relationship? Okay, so listen. You ask the question again, son, so the people can hear you. Speak up.
Yes.
How did you deal with things with Mama?
Like what?
Manly things.
Like what?
Girl problems. Like when you got mad, what did you do? And what was your reaction?
Well, to be honest with you, at first, when I was young and stupid, I would be so angry and upset and slamming doors and just being just ignorant, saying all kind of crazy stuff and going off the deep end and just acting so stupid, right? And so that's because growing up, I didn't get that training from my father. Like I'm trying to give you guys right now, even in this live, there's a lesson to be learned. I wasn't taught This is how you speak to a woman. This is how you carry yourself around a woman. This is like I struggled with those things for a long, very, very long time. Right? And so when you struggle with those things, they become a part of you, but you try to fight those things off. So, Jabari, to answer your question, oh, I was horrible at first. And then over the years, I calmed down a lot. I started changing different things. I stopped doing different things. And so now, if she says something that upsets me, or somebody says something, anybody says anything to upset me, I try to walk it off. I whistle. I go take a walk down the street. Right? I go to the man cave and turn on a movie, or turn on the PlayStation 4 and play a couple of games on the PlayStation 4 or something. Just to keep my mind going, or just get in the car and take a real good drive in the car. But for you guys being kids, if your sister, say for instance, a female in your life upsets you, you're not to put your hands on the female. You're not to call a female out her name. You're not going to make a female feel less than. What you're going to do is you're going to conduct yourself as a man, and you're not going to, like I said, be verbally or physically abusive. You can walk away from any situation unless your life is threatened. If your life is threatened, then you have to protect yourself at all costs, from male or female. However, if your life is not being threatened and nobody's pulling no gun on you or stabbing you or trying to kill you, then you walk away from the situation. It's not that important for you to indulge in a conversation, a heightened conversation, end up in jail or worse. Y'all understand?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right. What's the next thing? Come on, give it to me.
Okay. No. What if a girl trying to stab you and they call the cops and they don't believe, and the cops don't believe you, and they believe the girl?
No. I got one.
Hold your question, son. Did y'all hear that? Ask the question again. See, this is why you should have ID channel in your kids' rooms. You shouldn't have. They shouldn't be able to watch ID channel. They shouldn't be able to watch these the 2020 Dateline. None of that. Go ahead. He asked me one. Go ahead, son. Ask the question. Go ahead. Ask it again. Speak up. So
if a girl trying to stab you and she call the cops and the cops come and she tell the cops that you abusing her, and the cops believe her, and you go to jail.
What's your question?
I got a question. What would you do?
What I do in that situation? Like I said again, if she got a knife, I'm gonna just take out running. I'm not gonna get stabbed. I'm gonna take out running. I'm gonna holler real loud. You trying to kill me? But
take the knife from her if you're weak.
No. I'm not gonna take the knife from her. I'm going to take out running because watch this. If you take the knife, this is a what are we talking? Okay, so if you try to take the knife from her, and say for instance you grab her like this and grab her wrist, you're leaving bruises on her. So when the police come, they're going to see bruises on her arm because you're squeezing her arms tightly to try to get the knife out of her hand. What do you need to do?
I'm not gonna squeeze.
In that situation, no. See, no, this is not the Matrix. Listen, you have to when you have to walk away from the situation. Do you understand? Now ask me some more lightly. What?
Will she have a knife walk away?
Yeah, run. Don't walk, run. Could you possibly be faster than her? She just run. Right, JJ, what's your question?
I would say the same thing, but maybe a girl's trying to like rape, like
what?
Oh
I can't. I'm not. What are we? I don't even understand what's happening right now. JJ, ask a question, son. Ask your question.
I'm weak, boy. I'm weak.
Ask a question.
Boy, they got me weak.
Right, because I said that because maybe said to my like.
Turn this way so they can hear you. What? So speak up.
Like maybe if they do that, then if maybe you don't, and she called the police, come out. He was hitting me and stuff, and then she gonna, and then they always believe the men always believe the girls, so maybe you go to jail for no reason.
Well, okay, son. Well, you are making a valid point. You're 9, but you're making a valid point that sometimes men do get arrested for things they did not do because someone said they did it. Right? There's a lot of men that are in prison right now that are in prison wrongfully. That means that they have done nothing, but they've been accused of something and they've been put in prison. This boy just said R. Kelly. So let's move forward.
I'll ask a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
I forgot. Wait.
Oh.
Jawar, you have a question?
That's my question.
Have you ever
what? Ask the question.
Oh, I
have you ever played what you talking about? Wrestling?
Kobe, no.
What?
No, don't.
Listen, y'all line up. Y'all got to get better with these questions.
Okay, now I got a question.
I know. I should have been more specific.
Okay, now I want a question.
Yeah.
So why you take the girls somewhere, but you never take the boys nowhere? I'm getting like we be so mad.
That's true.
When I like what the girls at when we wake up sometimes, what the girls at going with dad? It's like, oh my god, they always go.
And then when we play outside, he tells us to get in that house and don't. It's gonna get dark, and they be and you all you hear the truck turn on and drive off.
And I heard,
and it was only sunny outside at 1 o'clock p.m. And they be going.
Like they was getting the back of the truck. Then all the girls get in the back of the truck, and then they start driving off. And then mom gonna call us. Well, Melanie and them at. And then she gonna say, I don't know. They're supposed to be in the house somewhere. Then we looked around the house. They wasn't in the front yard. Wasn't in the backyard. Wasn't in the bathroom. Wasn't in the garage.
Where was they at?
With you.
Church. Remember? When they
I don't recall.
Was in the back of the truck and you drove off. And then you rehearsal. You take the boys every Thursday. You don't do that no more. You just sit the girls.
And last time they was cleaning the truck and you drove off. And
you let them get ice cream. I like, cause they cleaned the truck.
So y'all think the girls are my favorites?
Yes.
Wow. So I haven't taken you guys anywhere?
No, nowhere fun.
Yes.
Nowhere fun.
Oh, paintball.
No.
Wow. So in the last 4 months, we went to the Harlem Globetrotters. I took you to Perot Museum.
Oh, yeah, you definitely gotta get that.
No, you know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about here?
Paintball shooting.
Paintball, yes! Paintball shooting. We went to Ma's Pizza.
We asked you to go to the museum because we never go nowhere.
No, sir.
No.
Sir.
Yes, Dad said we was going to
we went late
go-karts. Dad said we going to go-kart.
Yeah,
he looked on his phone and changed his mind and went to our museum.
We're not even talking about that.
We're
talking about that. We at the
Top Golf.
Daddy.
Top Golf.
Top Golf.
That was what passion name. That was the boys' weekend.
Oh, boys.
Boys.
No girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Coach Jawar.
You just named my point.
It
was no girls. It was no girls.
Y'all done?
It was no girls.
So y'all think the girl's still the favorite after you had time to think about it?
Yes.
How? The girls didn't go paintball shooting. They didn't go to Perot Museum.
Where we at right now?
In here with me, chilling with Pops.
Yeah, Pops.
Where the girls at? Go.
Pops,
where are the girls at though?
Pops, what were you just doing?
Well, the lady
having fun.
What the lady? So no, what's happening at the church today?
The ladies.
What's happening at the church
today?
They have a purity ceremony today.
Yeah.
So that's why they're gone. It's not, they're gone because we can't go anywhere.
Okay, let's go somewhere.
Okay. I mean, possibly. It all depends on y'all behavior. I mean, do y'all even act like y'all? Do y'all even do what y'all supposed to do around the house? See, y'all don't know what talking about. What about these chores around here?
I hate chores, and I want to get my chores back. And if I had my chores, I'd get $15. I swear to God.
Hold on. But why y'all not doing y'all chores around here?
I do my chores.
Okay, let me. I'll make y'all a deal. I'll take y'all to Ma's Pizza right after this broadcast. If all your clothes are ironed and ready for Monday.
All that's done.
All three of you.
Yep. You can go look right now.
All y'all clothes are ironed.
Yep. What? You gonna be watch the camera. Watch the camera. Watch the camera. You gonna be saying, Mom said, who ironed that? We said, Mom, we done. She said, good job. And she left.
And the iron was in the laundry room.
Yeah.
And Jawari not the iron.
All our clothes.
Yes, sir.
All our clothes.
All of them.
Watch the camera.
All of them.
I guarantee you all those clothes not put up.
Yes, they is.
Yes, they is.
No, what happens is you'll say they're done, but what happens is you'll go stuff the clothes in a closet or in a corner or under your bed or stuff them in your dresser, especially the clothes that's supposed to be hung up on hangers.
Watch the camera.
Watch the camera.
Mama watched him. The door was open. Mama watched him. She said,
Jabbar,
she said, Jabbar, don't put that in the drawer. That was a hanger shirt. And Jabbar,
Daddy.
Daddy, what I'm thinking? Mama said, leave the clothes on the bed. The hanger clothes in my bed right now because we don't got no hangers.
Oh!
We don't got no hangers?
Oh!
We don't got no hangers.
Y'all done, though.
Mama said she gonna pick up the hangers today.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. Listen, this is important. Guys, people, young men, if you're watching this, or you're watching this with your dad, or women out here that's watching it with their little boys, tell your children, reward them for doing their chores. I reward them, and they don't even do their chores. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what?
My own chores.
Listen. We switch chores at this house a lot, and so what you're doing in the first week of November may not be the same chores you're going to do the third week of November, right? It's a plethora of children here, and everybody has a job to do, and we want to make sure that you do your job. And they're not doing it. And I went got them all green light cards and accounts and stuff, and set them up for green light cards, and are paying them, to maintain their behavior, maintain the cleanliness of the home, giving them allowances, and they still do not. And they wonder why I ain't got paid, because you have not done your job. And I'm trying to teach them you cannot go to any job and do your work and get do your work and get paid. Well, that's a lie. Because you can't go to work and a lot of people do that. Go to work, do their job. But I'm saying you can't go into your job and noticeably do all your work and expect to keep a job or expect to keep getting paid. It's all about responsibility.
I have a job.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What?
I mow people's lawns.
You want this on a job.
Yes, it is.
But it is a job. That's why they have lawn services, lawn businesses. People make a lot of money doing that. Him and Tristan was just a 2-man show. But some of them have crews of like 10 or 12 guys. They get out and they dump your yard in 10 minutes.
Split. I ain't doing all that.
Yeah. Say what?
That's too much money to split.
Too much money to split. Well, they're under a company, so they get paid by the hour.
Oh.
So say, for instance, they're getting paid like $13 an hour, and you pay them by the hour. Everybody gets paid on the same day.
So the person that they mow their lawn, the person get paid for that.
So if you done in 10 minutes,
they get paid right there and then. They
the money once they clock in the morning, they go out into the field. They time starts. So if you're working from 8 to 5, they're going to pay you what they're going to pay you. So they give you $13 for every hour that you worked.
No, 13,
if it's $13 an hour.
13, 16, 19. Ooh, that's counting my threes, but it's in the 13s.
What?
It's like counting my threes.
Today's only 8.
What you talking about?
Yeah, we're confused. Hey, so any other questions you guys have for me? Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Questions.
You have no questions? Anything you want to talk about?
No, sir.
No, I'm empty.
So let me ask y'all this. Now I know a lot of people are not gonna like this, but how many times at school or anywhere else have you heard the word sex? Where did you hear that, Jay? Who said something about sex? Did you hear it at school? Did you hear it on TV? Where did you hear that? TV. What show were you watching?
My wife and kids.
Wife and kids.
My wife and kids.
Yeah, my wife and kids.
Invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah.
What's Invisible?
That show, it's a superhero show.
A cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't need to watch that no more. We need to cut the deck.
It's over.
No, Daddy, it's not even that bad.
I finished all the episodes.
Yeah, he already finished all
the episodes. We'll stay away from Invisible.
Yeah, that is over.
He beat the crap out of his son.
Yeah, see, y'all, it's a cartoon?
No, it like
what is it on? What platform is it on?
Prime Video.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we can definitely make sure we don't watch that. That's
Daddy, no, Daddy.
That HBO Max.
It's barely cussing in it.
No, it's not a whole bunch.
Barely. A whole. Okay, yeah, we're not watching that no more.
Hey, you never said nothing.
It's over. Ain't no more episodes coming. I think so. I'm still watching it.
So guys, at the end of the day, let me tell y'all this. We need to go back to the old days where we learned how to respect each other, how to not respect each other as young men and men as we grow into adult men, and learn how to respect our women that love us and nurture us and Lord, my Lord, and take care of us and be there for us when we need them the most. And you have to understand, guys, biblically it says he who finds a wife finds something good, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's your responsibility in that particular area to find you someone that's going to nurture you and take care of you and love you and listen to you and care for you and be there for you when you're down, and not, you want somebody that's going to treat you with the utmost respect. right? And so that's what you're looking for. And so as we end the show today, I want you guys to know that, I'm not a perfect father. I've never proclaimed to be. I've been mean to all my kids. I've been the behavior that I grew up seeing to all of my babies. But however, every day, this is for the fathers out there that feel like they made a mistake or they've lost their children along the way. Every day you get up, every morning God allows you to get up. Every morning God allows you to get up and you breathe. That's another opportunity for you to fulfill your purpose as a man, as a father, as a husband, as a member of community, as a member of your church, as a pillar at your job, whatever the situation is. If you wake up tomorrow morning, then that's another opportunity giving you. Don't sit and sulk. Don't get upset. Don't be saying that I might regret my life. Don't have suicidal thoughts. Don't have any of this stuff. Just all I ask is that when it comes to being a man, it's hard. You already have 2 strikes against you, and this goes for you guys too. You have 2 strikes against you, and those strikes against you are the fact that first of all, you are without a shadow of a doubt a black man in the United States of America. You are definitely a black man in the United States of America. And so we definitely want to look at that as our first option, but we can't look at that as our last option. We still have to be successful. And you guys are looking up because I have my monitor that shows the show streaming at the top of the roof, and they're looking at it. They're so distracted. I don't know what to say to them. They're super. Let me get that off. Let me turn it off because these guys. I just want to be successful. Whoa. Okay, so anyway, so we all we ask guys is that men, that it's not too late to raise your children. It's not too late to get into your children's lives. If you're not in your children's lives because of something else that I'm not going to talk about in front of these boys, then you have legal rights to go and get your legal rights. You have legal rights to go and do what it is you need to do to be in your children's lives. But it's never too late. If you wake up and you realize, man, I need to be more in my kids' lives, then do that. If you wake up, God has given you as a man an opportunity to be better. And so I want to make sure that you guys understand that and know that. Okay? So, guys, again, this has just been a spare of the moment thing. Want to get on with my boys, get them some experience in front of the camera. Lord, look at them. And they're anxious and they got to pee. And I think he got a boo-boo. I think he constipated. I think his chest hurt. He got to pee. I think he's sweating on his neck. Something happening over here. I don't know. What's this person right here?
Turtle.
Oh, you're a turtle. Okay, so.
Fish stick.
Fish stick? What?
He's a fish stick.
He's an elephant.
I know.
So again, guys, we appreciate you guys. We love you. I love you guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday at 8:30 for Black Men Unfiltered. We're gonna be ready, huh? Oh no, sir, that's not for you. No. We'll try to do this every now and then, though, to come on. But guys, we thank you. Y'all thank them for coming and watching with us today.
Thank you.
Wave bye. Wave bye. Huh? Sir. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you. We love you. Peace. Let your dreads hang, everybody. Come on. Let your dreads hang. You ready? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Let your dreads hang. 1, 2, 3. Let your dreads hang. Hey, 2, 3. Hey, let the dreads hang. Hey.